Hello, this is Emery from the Brian Coyle Best Buy Teen Tech Center. So, today I'm doing a little bit different of a video. I'm doing a video about a mobile application, Adobe Rush. So, Adobe Rush is basically a mobile version of Premiere. You can use it on your phone or your tablet or whatever, and it's a good alternative if you might not have a computer that can really run Premiere, or if you don't have access to full Premiere. It's a cool little program. It has some options to format things automatically for, say, Instagram or Facebook or things like that. So if you are just recording stuff off of your phone, then you can automatically load it into Premiere Rush, edit it on your phone, and then just shoot it right up to Instagram or whatever. Let's open the app. And let's hit Create New Project. So I'm going to use their sample project media. They include some sample videos with the software, just so you can have some basic footage to work with if you want to practice editing something. So you can see there are 5 clips here. When you click on them, it'll add them in the order you click on them. So I'm going to add it in that order. And then you can also change the project name down there. Let's name it test project, and then hit create, and see it loads it up in that order. So when you scroll through it, you can see it shows in that order. Now let's hit play, and we can see sort of what it looks like.
Good morning, Philippines.
Guess what we're gonna go do again? Snorkel! Yay!
So this footage is basically just some folks going on a vacation in the Philippines, which is cool. So I guess I'm going to pretend that this is my vacation and say I wanted to show my family back home what my vacation in the Philippines looked like, and I was editing it on the plane or something, I don't know. But the first thing I'd want to do is let's add a title to this. So you hit the titles button, and they have a bunch of different options. You can see they have just basic ones, but they also have ones that have graphics. They have ones that you can put like a little like line that shows examples to stuff. They have some with like little images next to them. It's pretty cool. I'm just going to choose a pretty basic one. So let's hit this one. And then you just click on it. You double tap on it on the video, and you can change what it says. So I'm going to have it say, our Philippines vacation, and then let's say August 2019. All right, so that's a pretty basic title, but now if I play it, the title shows up, but then it'll just cut out there. So there's also, if you click on back, there's also the transitions button. So if I just change it to cross dissolve, then when I play it, it'll dissolve in and it'll dissolve out. So instead of just cutting away, it will dissolve away. So what I think this is missing out, this is going to be a cool little like vacation videos that need some background music. So if you hit the plus button, you can add some media. So you can either do, you can either directly record something right away, which is cool. You can add a title. You can add media from your device, or you can record a voiceover, which is something I might do in a little bit. So let's hit media, and then you go back, and they have a bunch of different background songs that you can use. You can listen through them a little bit. That seems a little too rock and roll. I like this one, After Hours. So I'm just going to hit the checkbox and hit add, and then it adds it to the project. So now you can see the audio levels over on the right. And then if I click on the audio, you can see there are a few options here. So you can change the whole clip volume. You can mute it. You can change the type. Right now it has auto volume on. I'm going to turn that off, and then I'm going to turn auto duck on. So if I turn the auto ducking on, It can recognize when there's people speaking, and then it will automatically turn the volume down when they're talking. So you can see now, instead of being loud when they're talking.
Good morning, Philippines.
Guess what we're gonna go do again? Snorkel! Yay!
Oh, God, I love the Philippines.
So you can see it can automatically change the volume type, that sort of thing. Now, for the last few touches, I'm going to go back and transitions, and I'm going to have this one have a dip to black to fade out. Do. And then the cool part, another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the speed on this. So there's, when you click on a clip, there's a lot of different options down here. You can either add a title, you can add a transition, you can mess with the color grading, which is pretty cool. You can change the speed, you can look into the audio, or you can transform it. So if I wanted to, say I wanted to crop it, or I wanted to change the position, or I can make it larger, smaller, you can do all that down here. So if I want to crop it, I can crop it right here, or I can crop the bottom so it can go up, etc., etc. You can really mess around with it how you want. So if I wanted to make it like zoom in or make it smaller, or whatever. But what I do want to do with this click is I want to slow it down a little bit. So right now it is at 100%. So I'm going to change the speed to be, let's say, 75. So that makes it a little longer, and also it slows it down a little bit. So you can see when it starts, it's a little slower now.
Good morning, Philippines.
Guess what we're gonna go do again?
So those are a few cool things you can do with it. You can also mess with color grading down here. So they have a lot of presets, sort of like an Instagram. So I can change it to be like a little more vibrant or a little more bleached. This is the Kodak preset, which I dig. Or they have a cinematic preset, which that makes it a little too saturated. So I'm going to do this one to make it look a little more vibrant. And you can also manually change all of these. So if I want to make the contrast go up, I can do that. See? If I want to make you can also mess with the vibrance or the temperature of it, all that. Saturation. I can make it look a lot more saturated, makes it look a little more tropical, that sort of thing. So in this last clip here, I think that his voice is a little quiet. So I'm going to click on his audio here. And the volume clip, I'm going to make it a little louder. So now,
Oh, God, I love the Philippines.
it's a little louder. Maybe I'll make it a little louder than that even.
God, I love the Philippines.
And then to end it, once the music comes up after that, I'll just add another title. And let's do this one, and we'll just say, see you next year. You capitalize that. And then let's add a transition, and let's make it cross dissolve in. So now you can see our whole track. One last thing we need to do is that we need to cut this background audio down, because if we have it go on too long, like if we have it go on past the video, then when we export this and save it as its own video, then it will save it the whole thing. It'll be all that black space at the end. So let's look at the audio. And we got to go, I keep doing that. We have to go over here to this cut button. See where it says the scissors? So let's wait until this is done. And maybe we'll have the audio go on for a few more seconds. And then we can do cut. So now, see how it cuts in half there? I can just hit delete. Oops. Let's go back. So let's just delete this one. And then let's go to the transitions and add the cross dissolve on the audio. So you add the cross dissolve to the end of the audio, and then you click on it, and you will see there's this tab that says duration. So right now when I play it, it just sort of ends, but if I click on it in the duration, I can make that go up, and the longer the dissolve goes on for, the quieter it'll get. So I can just hit like this, and see it fades out. One last thing before I export this video is, like I said, you can change the sizes of it. So I can hit this button right here, and it shows me the different options. So we can do the landscape video, which I have currently. You can do a portrait video. So if I wanted this for something like Instagram or something like that, I could format it to be that way, or you could do a square. But I'm just going to export it as a landscape video. So then I'll hit this button, and I will hit export, and I'll take a little bit to export it. See, there's this line here, so I will speed this part up for you. So now that it's exported, you can automatically share it on whatever media you wanted to. So if I want to share it to my Instagram, I could do it that way, or TikTok, or on Facebook. Adobe also has their own sort of creative sharing platform. So if you're someone who uses Adobe products, you can share it on Behance. Other than that, it should be in your computer's photos folder, or not your computers. It should be in your phone's sort of photos folder or gallery or whatever you want. And now you've edited a video. So you can do that with any sort of video on your device, like if you record it through your device or if you download it or whatever. And if you have music downloaded on your device, you can use your own music for background music and that sort of thing. It's a pretty cool and really useful video editing program if you have like a tablet or a phone that you are trying to create stuff on. Anywho, that's been Adobe Premiere Rush. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Emery with the Tech Center, and I'll catch you next week with another video.